Are you really growing as a person? Let's find out. Have you ever surprised yourself with how calmly you handled something that used to completely throw you off? Maybe it was criticism. Maybe it was a disagreement. Maybe it was a situation that, a year ago, would have triggered you instantly. And afterward, you paused and thought, wow, I've changed. Let me ask you something honestly. Do you feel like you're growing as a person, but you're not always sure how to measure it? If that question resonates with you, you're in the right place. Welcome to Mind Matters Expert. Today we're diving into something powerful and often overlooked. Not loud success, not overnight transformation, but the quiet signs that prove you're evolving. So let's explore the real indicators of personal growth and how to strengthen each one. Sign number one, you handle criticism without exploding. There was a time when feedback felt personal. It felt like an attack. Now, you pause, you listen, you reflect. Instead of reacting defensively, you ask yourself, is there something useful here? That space between stimulus and response, that's growth. How to strengthen emotional control during criticism. Next time someone criticizes you, pause before speaking. Separate emotion from information. Keep what helps, release what doesn't. Here's a real-life example. Your manager points out a mistake. Old you argues. Growing you takes notes and improves. That shift builds confidence and respect. So, here's the thing. Growing people stop saying things like, they made me do it, or it's not my fault, or even, the situation forced me. Instead, they start saying, here's where I could have done better. That's emotional maturity in action, honestly. Whenever something goes wrong, just pause and ask yourself, what part of this was in my control? What could I improve next time? And then, say it clearly, like, I could have handled that better. For example, you miss a deadline. Instead of blaming distractions, you focus on building a better system. Taking responsibility like this, it really builds your internal strength. Change, it used to feel threatening. Now, it might still feel uncomfortable, but it's possible. You've realized something important. Change isn't the enemy. Stagnation is. Growth begins when resistance decreases. So how do you actually lean into discomfort and adapt faster? Well, honestly, you start small. Maybe try a new routine or even learn a new skill. Have that conversation you've been avoiding for a while. And then, just take a moment to reflect. What did this teach me? Maybe you recently changed jobs or moved to a new city. Instead of panicking, you chose to focus on growth. That, right there, is evolution. You don't say yes to everything anymore. You don't feel the need to over-explain your no. You actually protect your time and your energy. And you know what? That's not selfish at all. That's self-respect. Ask yourself, is this really aligned with my values? Or am I just doing this to avoid disappointing someone? Now, practice saying things like, that doesn't work for me, or I can't commit to that right now. In real life, you stop overextending for people who don't reciprocate, and suddenly you just feel lighter. Instead of only analyzing others, you analyze yourself. After a tough day, you might find yourself asking, did I overreact? Could I have communicated better? Self-awareness is honestly a major growth indicator. Spend about 10 minutes at the end of your day just asking yourself, what did I do well? What can I improve tomorrow? Write it down, Maybe you realize you interrupt people when you're excited, so you consciously try to listen more. That's intentional growth. Comfort feels safe, but growth, honestly, feels meaningful. And now, you choose meaningful. You read challenging books. You have stretching conversations. You try things that intimidate you. That's expansion. So, here's how to push beyond your comfort zone every week. Just do one uncomfortable thing each week. Maybe speak up in a meeting or take a course. Start something you've been postponing for a while. And remember, celebrate effort, not perfection. Maybe you even try public speaking even though you feel afraid. Afterward, you'll notice you feel stronger. That's growth in motion. Instead of snapping, you pause and breathe. Instead of escalating the situation, you listen. You've learned that emotional control is real strength. And honestly, that's what maturity looks like. When you're triggered, just pause for a moment. Take one deep breath. Lower your tone intentionally. Ask yourself, what outcome do I actually want here? And during an argument, you can simply say, let's slow this down. That single sentence, it really changes everything. You stop waiting for massive milestones to feel proud. Instead, you start to really appreciate those small shifts, like better patience, clearer communication, and, just a bit more confidence. You understand that growth is gradual, And honestly, that's what makes it meaningful. Keep a simple progress log. Each week, just write down one small improvement. Maybe you didn't get the promotion yet, but you handled feedback better. That totally counts. Growth is built on small, repeated wins, and yeah, those little steps add up over time. It isn't loud. It's quiet discipline. It's emotional control. It's better decisions repeated daily. Sometimes you don't notice it until you look back. But trust me, it's there. Okay, so here's your 7-day growth challenge. For the next 7 days, just pick one of these 8 signs. Yep, just one. Practice it intentionally and really notice how it changes your mindset and, honestly, your confidence too. Now, quick self-reflection quiz. Comment your number. Which sign do you see strongest in yourself right now? Is it 1, handling criticism, 2, taking responsibility, 3, embracing change, 4, setting boundaries, 5, self-reflection, 6, choosing growth over comfort, 7, responding instead of reacting, or 8, celebrating progress? Comment the number below and, tell me, which one do you want to strengthen next? Help shape the next video. What topic should we explore next? Emotional intelligence? Unshakable confidence? Breaking bad habits? Maybe mental toughness? Drop your suggestions below because honestly, this channel grows with you. Just a final reminder, you're not becoming perfect, you're becoming better. And that's what truly matters. Thanks for watching Mind Matters Expert. If this video added value to your day, give it a like, share it with someone who could benefit, and subscribe for more practical mindset and growth content. Drop a comment, and I'd really love to hear how you're applying these tools in your life. See you next time. Stay focused and stay empowered.